Most people don't do enough research when picking music services, and they're wasting money. I have spent years of my life reviewing these sites, and today I'm gonna put Musicbed under the microscope again to see if it's worth your money. Lots of it. Musicbed's pricing is absurd, but I'll do a deep dive on that in a minute. First, let's talk about what you're getting. Musicbed has over 70,000 songs, which puts it above both Artlist and Epidemic Sound when it comes to quantity. This isn't quite true for their sound effects library, which at 150,000 songs is above Artlist but below Epidemic Sound, but this is still a substantial amount. However, the thing that really sets Musicbed aside from all these other services isn't the quantity, it's the quality of the tracks. Musicbed has special licensing agreements with music labels and mainstream artists that no other site can feature. From pop to folk to classical, there's a solid chance that you'll recognize a handful of artists from your Spotify playlist while browsing tracks for your edit. Now, I want to be clear, Taylor Swift and the Beatles are not available here. These are more mid-tier or underground artists, but they're still a good deal better than what you'll find on your typical music licensing service. That said, not every single one of these high quality tracks that you see on the site are available to every subscriber. Any of these tracks that you see here grayed out are only available for single-use licensing. Unlimited music subscribers can't use them unless they pay an additional fee. More on the fees later. Briefly touching on sound effects, the quality here is really good too. They have sounds from Oscar-winning artists who worked on Dune and Oppenheimer, but to me, very few people would actually be able to tell the difference between an Oscar-winning sound effect and one from any of the other sites that compare. Access to sound effects also costs an additional $10 per month. So Musicbed seems pretty good right now, but buckle up for those negatives. Musicbed's UI is simple, pretty bare bones. Like any music site, you've got basic filter search available to sort by genre, mood, or instrument, but they also have more advanced filter choices like key and build, both of which could be helpful if you're in like the upper levels of professional sound design. Unfortunately, the rest of the interface really has nothing going for it. The search bar is a simple keyword processor. These days, I'm used to AI search bars that allow me to just describe the type of music that I want in my own language. I can, however, search for mainstream songs or artists to find similar tracks to with like a sort of Spotify integration that Musicbed has. This is nice, but it's not a unique feature by any means these days. Musicbed's lyrical songs often have instrumental versions, which are nice, but there's no advanced editing tools like stems or an AI remixer that you'll find with Epidemic Sound or even Artlist. Put simply, Musicbed's user features are basic, if not behind the times. The only thing about the UI that's different from other licensing services is their download system, and it's not different in a good way. When you click download on a track, most sites will ask you what file format you want and then just give you the file. It takes 2 clicks. Now let's download a track from Musicbed. Download. Now, do I want to try it or do I want to use it? I can try it, which will give me a watermark to download, but I don't want a watermark, I want to use it. Now I have to create a license, put in a project name, video title, and then select my social media, which, by the way, I linked when I signed up for Musicbed. Hit next. Now I can add other songs to this license. So if I collected a bunch of songs in a project playlist, I can license them all at once. Now I'll confirm and download, which creates the license. And finally, I can download either an MP3 or a WAV file. Wow. What a marathon. Now, despite having to go through all of that for just one song, there are some benefits to this license system. Having individual project-based licenses is a good thing for bigger productions and client work because you have a proper paper trail for all of your rights to use the song. It's just a little overkill for social media creators. And speaking of overkill for creators, we've got to talk about price. Bear with me, I'll do my best. This whole system is kind of confusing, but I did email the company to get the proper answers for you. Musicbed offers both subscriptions and single song licenses, but pricing varies depending on who you are. I'll break it down for creators, wedding filmmakers, and production companies. Let's say you're a YouTuber who needs to soundtrack a number of videos every month, or even every week. You can get unlimited song downloads, although this unlimited is kind of a lie, and I'll explain why, for $30 a month. Now, if you you also do client work on the side like I did for the longest time, you can add that coverage, but it'll cost you $100 a month. And I read the fine print. If you have over 1 million followers, these licenses won't cover you. You'll need a special celebrity account, which requires you to contact the company directly to, I guess, negotiate a price. I asked my contact at the company how much a celebrity account usually costs, and she couldn't or wouldn't say, which I thought was kind of weird. Although she did clarify that if you surpass 1 million followers while you have an active subscription, none of your old videos before you pass that landmark will have any copyright claims added to them. But you should reach out to the company and switch to a celebrity account after you surpass that milestone. I could say a lot about this, but I'm gonna keep it to something really simple. I don't like things that punish you for success. Now, if you're a wedding filmmaker, unlimited songs cost $100 a month, or if you want a single song license, that'll cost you $70. So if you're doing more than one wedding video per month, it's obviously just the best choice to go with the unlimited songs. Finally, if you're a production company, the price scales according to your end client size, so whoever you're making the content for. A client that has 0 to 100 employees is $100 per month or $350 single song license. 101 to 250 employees will cost $200 per month or $600 for a single song. And anything above 250 employees, you've got to contact Musicbed. And as usual with these kind of sites, if you opt for the subscription, you're actually locked into a 1-year-long contract. You can pay for the subscription all in one go or in 12 different installments, but you're not allowed to just cancel it anytime without a penalty. To be fair, this isn't unusual, but most sites offer a monthly subscription as well, and then offer discounts if you pay for the whole year in advance. This is not a thing with Musicbed. Finally, and this is a big caveat to anyone who wants to use Musicbed tracks for client work, none of their standard licenses, even the $600 single song business license, covers videos boosted or used for paid advertising with a planned spend over $5,000. If you create a video ad and your client wants to spend $6,000 on running it as a Meta or YouTube ad, you'll need to contact Musicbed for a custom license. So who should be using this site? Well, if you've got unlimited budget, in all seriousness, Musicbed has great assets, and the quality of their music could really set your social media content apart from the competition if you're under 1 million followers and can afford $30 per month. But you won't get any of the amazing extra tools that Epidemic Sound has to offer. As an expensive but high-end solution, you'd think Musicbed would be perfect for a growing media production company. But as the pricing scales with the size of your clients, it gets harder and harder to justify over Artlist or Epidemic, and neither of these sites have a limit on the paid ad spend with your license. To me, the sweet spot for Musicbed is wedding filmmakers because the quality of the music really matters and the price for this isn't outrageous. But Epidemic Sound and Artlist are solid choices as well, and they cost way less. These two sites are really different now though, so if you want to see which one is right for you, you should check out this video right up over here. It'll explain everything.